beautiful Pisces. So guys, we are nearly into September, a day to go. I hope you guys are well. And Pisces, in meditation, I saw someone walk down a wooden plank as if they were heading towards the edge of a large body of water. And they very gently, softly, quietly walked down these steps that were going down into the water. And down in the water was what looked like a mini submarine. They were in swim gear, right? So they were partially in the water. And then they opened up this hatch, went into this room. They pressed a button and all the water filtered out, and they stepped through into another room and thought, okay, what am I going to do from here on? And that was it. It was so strange. Pisces, you may be feeling emotional, moving into water, and then the water filters out, and then you're in a space which is full of air, right? It may be Pisces, you needed space to breathe. It may be Pisces, you wanted to disconnect from the world. I feel as if you're still there in this submarine. I don't know whether or not you feel you're almost living somebody else's life. I don't know whether or not you have been waiting for something to happen and it just hasn't. And you're now sitting there thinking, what do I do now? Or where do I go now? Or what path do I take? I'm not sure. So Pisces, this could be a very emotional time for you, or contrary to that, you could be disconnecting from your emotions and you are trying to be logical. Okay, guys. Yes, you are submerging yourself and then re-emerging and maybe shifting from your emotions to your logic. But this is going to be an easy transition for you, Pisces, because you are the fish, right? You can jump out of the water, take a gulp of air, and then swim back into the water. That's just you. All right, Pisces, interesting. A submarine, switching from water to air, from emotion to logic. Maybe you're trying to get yourself grounded. Maybe you are realizing that, okay, I was waiting for something major to happen. It hasn't happened. So what are my plans going forward? Okay. Arnold's in the corner. Arnold's in the corner. Sorry, he's making me laugh. He's pulling faces at me and he's pulling on a face mask with a snorkel. And he's doing these funny swimming movements. And he's going down with bended legs and up again, up and down, you know, with bended legs, as if he's breaststroke swimming like a frog. Arnold, what are you trying to get at here? What he's saying to me is it's okay if you feel as if, you know, you're sort of bobbing up and down the water. 1 minute you're in the air, the next minute you're under the water. It's okay to be like that. It's okay. So it's okay, Pisces, if you just want to spend some time on your own. It's okay to be logical at this point of time. It's okay if you feel a bit emotional. It's all right. It's almost as if you're worried about what somebody else is going to think, or what a group of people are going to think, or you may be feeling, I shouldn't really just be floating like this, you know, very in and out of your emotion. I should have a proper plan. I should know what I want. I should get myself grounded. Pisces, it's okay. It's okay. You may want to just bob up and down on the water for a little bit until you decide which direction you want to move in. It's okay, guys. You may be wanting to disconnect from the world a little bit, though. Submarines go right underneath the water. Okay, maybe you want to disappear from view for a while. Page of Wands. Yeah, Pisces. You're wanting to explore the new. We've actually got someone here who is wandering down a path towards the water. And this card is called Explorer. You may even be exploring another side of yourself, Pisces. Yeah, you're shrugging off any burdens, any stress. You're also dumping the baggage. You're dumping the baggage. It's almost as if, the way I'm seeing this as is, if I can speak today, guys, sorry. It's almost as if you've been carrying this burden for such a long time. It's almost the energy of you thinking, okay, I've had a lot to do. I've had a lot to sort out. I've had a lot to manage. I've coped with a great deal. I've been under a huge amount of pressure. Almost as if this is you preparing for a holiday, but the holiday took you weeks to get prepared for, right? So you've been sorting things out at home. You have been cancelling things in your diary. You've been making sure that, you know, whoever you're leaving behind is going to be okay. And you've then spent a while packing, right? So this has taken you quite a long time. And it's been a bit stressful. Now you're sort of dropping the baggage and thinking, okay, I'm sort of free to explore. I'm free to do what I want to do. What do I want to do? So you may be feeling a sense of light relief. You may be feeling, Pisces, as if you want to release the old and jump into something brand new, but you don't quite know where it's going to lead you, right? Rather like going on holiday to somewhere you've never been on holiday before, it's sort of excitement about the unknown. It's a little bit of nervous tension. I hope the hotel is going to be okay, or the B&B is going to be okay. I hope it's comfortable. You don't know what is ahead, but you're determined to submerge yourself in this newfound sense of open space in front of you and decide what you're going to do with it. This could be open space within your mind. This could be you feeling, okay, time to look at a new project, a new venture. You could be creating space in your home. You may be decluttering. There's a sense of, I just want to get rid of this heaviness. In the past, guys, the Queen of Wands, you shone a light into the darkness, and there was some kind of revelation. There was some kind of revelation. It might have related to your creativity, but if it was, you weren't quite ready to birth this. I'm almost seeing this woman carrying this light as an idea, but it's as if she's deep down in a cave. It's as if, well, I could push this idea up to the surface and present it to the world, but I'm not quite ready. I'm not quite ready. So in the past, Pisces, I feel as if you were almost like a little mole. You were busy tunneling, creating various avenues you could explore, you could go down, but you weren't ready to move up into the light. No. Could have been fear. Fear that whatever you were going to be presenting wouldn't be taken in the right way, or wouldn't be accepted, or people would say, what are you doing, right? This is a bit mad. So you had this spark of creativity, Pisces, but you weren't ready to show the world. Or of course, you could have been simply dealing with a Queen of Wands. A revelation about a Queen of Wands. After that time, guys, wow, the Devil. I don't know whether or not you felt somehow restricted or constricted. I'm not sure whether, Pisces, you felt a heaviness relating to some kind of toxic situation you wanted to extract yourself from. I'm seeing somebody getting caught up in bindweed in a garden, you know, that sticky stuff, and they're trying to get it off their hands. It's as if, oh, you know, I just want to get out of this. Now, this could have been you in a cycle where you had a lot of duties and responsibilities, so this beautiful, bright idea couldn't fly. You didn't have the time to spend on it. You didn't have the energy to delve into this before. You had to deal with something a bit toxic. It could be that the Queen of Wands was simply you holding back an idea, holding back wanting to do something because you had to deal with something else, right? For some of you, there might have been issues with a Capricorn, okay? In your thoughts now, 9 of Pentacles. Pisces, what you're realizing is your ship's about to come in. You may have almost been on automatic, concentrating on the stress, concentrating on the pressure, concentrating on what wasn't working, concentrating on the heaviness of whatever you had to experience. What you're realizing now is you're ready to release, you're ready to let go, you're ready to emerge and present either a new you to the world, or you're ready to delve into something very creative. In the immediate future, guys, yes, Page of Pentacles, this is you turning over a fresh, clean sheet of paper. Let's see what I can create. Let's see what I can come up with. Let's see how creative I really am, right? You could be delving into a new hobby, simply that. You could be deciding you want to paint, deciding you want to pick up a camera, try photography. You might be thinking about writing. Whatever this is, Pisces, you're a little bit nervous because you feel a bit ungrounded. Because remember, I saw you initially moving into water and then into a capsule, the water filtering out, and then into air where you could breathe. But obviously, this is you in a submarine. You're not grounded. You're floating, right? Between logic and emotion. And also, of course, no fire. So I don't know, Pisces, whether or not you've been simply in your head feeling emotional or dipping from logic to emotion, but you haven't felt grounded. You haven't had the inspiration, the fire to get moving. This is the time for you to balance everything out, but silently. You're still staying submerged, even though in the back of your mind you feel that your ship's about to come in. Page of Pentacles, you're finally getting grounded. You're finally delving into something you put on the back burner because you feel it's time to get started somehow. Page of Wands, all right, the explorer. Page of Pentacles, starting something new, releasing this heaviness. It could be simply, Pisces, a change of mindset. You know what? I've got so used to feeling as if that didn't work out, that was a bit disappointing, or I really hope for that and it didn't happen. It may be, Pisces, you got so used to feeling a little bit negative about things because things hadn't worked out, that now things are good, you haven't been able to see it, maybe until now, until September. And you're working with a new energy. You're working with a new energy. In your fears, 7 of Cups. You're fearing you may not choose the right vehicle. If this is you choosing a vehicle for you to progress forward, this may be you worried that this is not going to bring you the fulfillment that you're hoping for, that you're craving. You're very nervous, Pisces. You're also somehow a student all over again. Whether or not you're 80, whether or not you're 30, I don't know. I feel as if I'm connecting with somebody who's a little bit older because you've been through quite a heavy cycle. It might have been over the last few years. You're very worried you're going to feel little boy lost. Okay, look at this little kiddie down here. It's as if he's looking up at all those options, feeling confused, thinking, oh my goodness, the big wide world is a bit scary. Maybe, Pisces, that's why you are submerging yourself in this submarine, symbolically. Whoever is keeping an eye on you, whoever is consciously aware, Pisces, that you are somehow detaching, dropping a burden, leaving an old cycle behind, their energy is the Two of Wands. Now, in contrast to you, Pisces, I feel as if you've disconnected, you're moving forward, you're already thinking of the new. This is someone who's trying to figure out how to get back into your life. They're looking at something very intently here. They're looking at how to pull you out of the new cycle that you started, because this is somebody who wants to be with you again, or this is somebody who wants to collaborate with you, or this is someone who doesn't like the fact that you've completely detached. They may be unaware, Pisces, that you're not looking back. Whatever this situation was too heavy for you to manage. And I feel that when you were sat in the Ten of Wands, there wasn't a lot of support from this person. They let you sit in the Ten of Wands. And I think, Pisces, very quietly, you made up your mind, okay, that's it. So they may be unaware, Pisces, that you have totally let go emotionally. They may be feeling as if you're still hanging on to this old cycle. No, Pisces. So this will be a very interesting dynamic to delve into, with you sat in the Page of Pentacles, starting something new, and this person looking at how to get back into your life. What you're hoping for, guys, is the Death card. Scorpio energy. You could simply be hoping for a brand new life with a Scorpio. Or Pisces, you are looking forward to transforming yourself, your situation. You may need to be creative about this, because you're thinking about the Nine of Pentacles, which is you sat feeling nice and stable, but you've actually got one pentacle, right? So guys, you may feel finances are a little bit tight. You may be slightly worried. You may be starting a very creative venture here, Pisces, to make a little bit more money, because maybe you feel you need to. But whatever you're doing here, you're wanting this to come from the heart. You're wanting this to be creative. You're wanting to push your boundaries. In the outcome, Eight of Wands. And this is the moment, Pisces, where you break open the capsule of this submarine, shift yourself into that water briefly, and communicate, right? Okay, I'm up and running. This is what I'm doing. You're presenting something to the world. You are on fire. Yes. Now, this may be the energy that you're sat in, Pisces, towards the end of September. So during September, you are dropping something that's heavy. You're moving out of anything that's been toxic. You've got a beginner's mind. You're hoping that ship's going to come in. And this is you delving into something brand new. But this is all under wraps. I feel, Pisces, by the end of September, you are coming out into the world. You're presenting something very important, or you're communicating a very serious truth to someone. And it may simply be you saying to this person, whilst you've been trying to figure out a way of getting back into my life, I've already started a new cycle. This is done. They may be shocked. They may be standing there looking at you, stuttering, saying, well, hang on, Pisces, we didn't expect, or I didn't expect you to just drop this. And what you're saying to them is, well, you left me in the Ten of Wands for too long, so what did you expect? I couldn't sit in that energy. I couldn't stay in that energy. So I felt, all right, I'm on my own, and I got myself back together again. They may be surprised. Clarification for you guys. Knight of Pentacles, yeah. Pisces, you're planting new seeds. I feel September will be all about you preparing a new foundation for yourself. You're on your own, Pisces. There's no one else with you. But I'm hearing you prefer it that way. You prefer it that way. Yeah, Four of Pentacles. You're not saying anything, Pisces. You're holding back. Only you have the key to this trunk. Only you. You got it hidden in your pocket. You're not showing anyone what's in there. There may not be a great deal, but whatever is in there is going to inspire you to shift into the Page of Pentacles energy. This is your proverbial paint box. This is what's going to inspire you, whatever is in that suitcase. Now, that can relate to memories. That can relate to a small amount of money you've got saved, which you are going to use to delve into something new. That could even be some kind of media that you're going to use in order to expand your creative tentacles into something new. But it's a very small trunk, and only you have the key. Whoever, Pisces, is sort of scrambling, looking at papers here, standing at crossroads, they've rolled their sleeves up, they're going to try and get back into your life, their energy. The Hierophant. Could be a Taurian. This could be somebody, Pisces, you may have been married to, and this is someone who wants back in your life. This could be somebody, Pisces, who is deciding to follow a traditional path, looking at documents, paperwork, permits, contracts, whatever this is, in order to pull you back into the old cycle. Six of Pentacles, interesting. But this is someone who may have breadcrumbed you before. This is somebody who may have turned their back on you before and gave to somebody else. This is someone, Pisces, who may have felt that they were somehow in control. What they're realizing is you are in control of your life. You are the ones that make decisions for yourself based on what you want to do and your future life path. So if this is someone, Pisces, that you were entangled with, if this is someone, Pisces, who tried to call the shots, what they're realizing now is they have no power over you at all. Nothing. And they're feeling a little bit nervous about that. They don't like that. This is somebody you may have even gone to for advice in the past. This is someone that you may have leaned on in times of stress. This is someone, Pisces, that you may have felt would always be there for you. But whatever happened in the past caused you to rethink your association with that person, your connection with that person. It might be, Pisces, you look back and felt a huge sense of disappointment. They weren't there when I needed them. They pulled me into a toxic situation. Now I see that what they really wanted to do was to control me. And that's why you're breaking free. But this is an interim period of time, Pisces, because you're not yet ready to show the world your new path or what you've created. You are, again, submerged in this submarine. You're shifting between your emotions and your logic, but you're just about to get yourself grounded to really begin this new cycle in earnest. Enough thinking, enough feeling emotional. I now need to get going with this. So Pisces, you two are on completely different pages. This person still feels there's a chance of pulling you back into their life. You, Pisces, are ready to present a brand new cycle to the world, a new you, a new project, a new venture, a new path. They don't know that yet, so they're going to be shocked. Underneath the deck, guys, 3 of Wands, yeah. I think for a long time, Pisces, you've wanted to embrace change. You've wanted to move in another direction. You've wanted to follow your North Star. You can just see it there. For a long time, but maybe you didn't have the confidence, you didn't have the creativity, you didn't have the energy. And I also feel you were weighed down emotionally or even physically by this old situation. Ace of Wands. Pisces, you are now embracing your fire. You're embracing your fire, your creativity, your drive, your enthusiasm for life, your positivity. And you're turning into the magician. You thought about the law of karma. What goes around comes around. You may have been in this old cycle for quite a long time. You're ready to create something new. You could even be recreating yourself. Okay? All right, guys. Are you ready? So, guys, let's have a look at the Explorer. You're on a brand new journey. You've turned your back on the burdens, the heaviness, the stress, the strains. You're letting it all go. It might just be your state of mind. Pisces, you're becoming a little bit more optimistic. Yes. Wow, guys. You've let a tower fall. You've let a tower fall. Aries, Scorpio energy. What have you let go of, guys? Let's have a look. Whew, okay. You've let go of something or someone who caused you stress in favour of your own soul mission and a brand new independent life. Temperance. You're no longer waiting, feeling heavy. Four of Swords. You spent a long time, Pisces, in the dark, feeling on your own, feeling nervous, almost a sense of, I can't quite believe that happened. You've let it go, guys. You've decided you don't want to try and rebuild this. You've let the tower fall, and you're now in the hands, the arms of the angels. Yes, Four of Cups. You're fed up of feeling confused, disappointed. You're fed up of feeling as if you're on your own. You may have been waiting for someone to do something, to take charge, to act with integrity, and they didn't. And that might have been a shock. That might have been a shock. Yes. The shock was, Pisces, you were dealing with deception of some kind. But you've let it go. And what you're considering now is starting all over again, but with a sense of peace and forgiveness in your heart. I'm not going to delve into the past. There's no point. And I don't think you'd wish me to anyway. What you're thinking about is, okay, let's look to my future. What can I manifest? What are the tools that I need to create a new life? You have something in this little trunk that you've been sitting on, that you've had locked and safe. And you're delving into that now in order to gain some sort of inspiration. What else are you thinking about, my beautiful Pisces? Yes. That you've had to learn to sit in self-love and not expect anything from anyone. What are you recognizing here? Yes. That only you, Pisces, can bring you the balance that you've been seeking. Only you. You're not relying on anyone, Pisces. What is on your mind? Yes, that it's down to you. It's down to you. This is you thinking, it's up to me to put in the hard work. If I put in the hard work, if I lean into my inspiration, I can do this. I can start from scratch. Somehow, Pisces, that's what I feel you're doing here, because you're letting go of an old cycle where somebody deceived you, somebody betrayed you, you sat in shock for a period of time, and now, Pisces, you're beginning something new. So in the immediate future, Page of Pentacles, you're just starting this. You've got yourself onto the first rung of the ladder in terms of feeling much more grounded. Whilst we have someone here sat at crossroads trying to figure out a way of heading back into your life. But it may be too late, guys. So Archangel Michael, when do we have the Page of Pentacles and the Two of Wands for my Pisces? Thank you, Michael. The 3rd to the 12th of October. Okay, things are really going to start shifting forward for you. Things are going to start gathering pace. You're going to feel that fire in your belly. You're going to feel inspired. So let's have a look, guys, at your energy. First of all, what's your energy? The Hanged Man. You're looking at things differently, guys. You may be understanding that something was not supposed to work out. You may be realizing, Pisces, that you were frozen in time, waiting for somebody to do the right thing, or waiting for somebody to help you, or waiting for somebody to take action. They didn't do it. And this is the wake-up call you needed. Oh my God, I am on my own. And it might have been a bit of a sharp wake-up call to begin with, but you're comfortable with that now. And you're seeing your life differently. What you're telling yourself is, I waited, I sacrificed, I stressed out about this. Why did I do that? So Pisces, this could be simply a change of mindset. Rather than sitting there feeling all sad and down and stressed about whatever happened, you're now looking to the future thinking, you know what? I've got all my faculties. I'm pretty strong. I've learned a lot of lessons. I have the ability to start all over again. So that's what you're doing. But not with a sense of, I wish I didn't have to do this. You're actually very excited about this. Because what you're realizing is, in waiting for someone or a group of people to sort of do the right thing or give you the support that you needed, you were also under their control in some way. Now, Pisces, you're a little fish swimming free. You can do whatever you want. You can manifest whatever you want. What you're realizing is you're not held to any particular cycle relating to somebody else or a group of people. And that gives you a sense of freedom. And with that sense of freedom, liberation. You're seeing things differently now, guys. You're seeing things differently now. Yes, 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 absolutely. No more self-sacrificing, Pisces, waiting for somebody to do the right thing, waiting for somebody to act with integrity, waiting for somebody to apologize. It's done. You've used that sword because you've got the enlightenment that things weren't going to change. Yeah, things weren't going to change, guys. Wow. Yeah. So this is you sitting in the energy of strength. You've needed courage and confidence in order to pick yourself up. Okay, but you're doing it. You may have Leo in your chart. With the energy of the Five of Swords, you're holding back from any further conflict, any drama, any stress relating to other people. Yeah, you've disconnected, Pisces, the Hermit. There may have been issues with a Virgo for some of you. There was a wake-up call here, Pisces, that someone was simply going to melt into the background and hope that you would just forget what happened. You didn't forget, Pisces. What I think you've decided to do is to send that person love, right? This is you saying to somebody, I will always care about you. I will always have deep feelings for the situation. I don't wish you ill will. I wish you a very happy life, but I don't want to stay connected. You have to allow me to go, right? Yes. So you're sending this person love, healing energy, forgiveness, while stepping onto a new path, guys. Yeah. Because you're the architect of your life, King of Swords. You're the architect of your life. You are the architect of your life. And you've healed Pisces. And I feel this is you wishing on a star, and you're embracing a brand new path. You could be connecting with the angels, the archangels at this time. And you're just dipping your toe in the water, Pisces, pertaining to a newfound sense of freedom, liberation. You're becoming inspired again. You're realizing there's a big wide world out there, Pisces, and you want to jump into it. I think you've been keeping yourself stuck, somehow trapped within a dynamic that you later realized was toxic. People were being deceptive. People weren't being honest with you. People were hiding the truth. People were trying to get away with something, right? You're no longer dealing with it, Pisces. Yeah. So this is you in this little rowing boat. You may sometimes feel as if you've come out of that submarine, right? You got yourself onto the surface of the water. You've learned a lot of lessons. Everything's a little bit foggy, but you know that once this fog is cleared, that sun's going to shine brightly on your path ahead. Yes, you're on the move, guys. And I feel where you're heading is to dry land. You're heading to a place, Pisces, where you're going to feel much more grounded. So, shall we have a look at the person who is desperately trying to figure out a way of bringing you back in? They breadcrumbed you, okay? This is somebody who is trying to follow a particular process, maybe in order to make something right with you, Pisces. But what they may not realize is it might be too late. I think it is. Let's have a look at this person's energy. What are they thinking about? Two of Pentacles. They may have done something risky. It might have involved money. It might have involved even juggling you with somebody else, if this is someone that you were romantically connected to. They're trying to figure out a way of making everything okay again. Eight of Swords. There is a sense of guilt, remorse, regret. Because they turned their back on you, Pisces. And they hid a lot from you with the moon. Yeah. King of Wands. This is someone, Pisces, who now wants to take action. This is someone who's going to be leaping in your direction with an apology. An apology for leaving you on your own to struggle, or maybe an apology for not doing the right thing, or maybe for deceiving you even. They want to say sorry, Pisces. Yeah. But what they're worried about is you're simply going to ignore that and not communicate. Two of Swords. They might, of course, want to apologize for blocking you out of their life, for not communicating, for behaving as if they didn't care. Yeah. They're thinking about the past, maybe what they did in the past. They're sat in nostalgia, desperately hoping that you will accept their apology. What is the energy between the two of you? The energy. The Wheel of Destiny. I think, Pisces, you've been considering the law of karma. What goes around comes around. You may have realized you were caught up in a karmic situation. Fate took a hand. I feel, Pisces, whatever happened in the past, in the nicest sense, even though it was difficult for you, it was meant to happen for you to move forward and to realize your own strength. And I feel, Pisces, that the shock was when you needed them, they weren't there. They weren't there. And that was the cold, hard reality, you know? And so, even though it was painful in the past, you've learned a great deal. And I think you become stronger because what you're realizing is, it's just me. Okay, if it's just me, I've got to really get my act together. I've got to sort my life out. I've got to stop sitting in this negative energy and put one foot in front of the other, right? I've got to start working on my new life. I think this person is wanting to move into a new cycle with you, but I feel that what they're going to realize is you've already moved on. So guys, this is you sitting in this beautiful new cycle. You are hoping to embrace major change and transformation. And with the Eight of Wands, there's something you're very excited about. There's something you're really excited about, guys. I don't know why I'm feeling very excited for you. The World. Okay, Pisces, you may be starting something brand new on the internet. You could be opening your own business. You could be moving through some kind of portal, which is going to be the vehicle you need to shoot forward in some way. Very exciting. Very exciting, guys. It might have been a long time coming. Ace of Pentacles, wow. Now, I'm almost feeling that this trunk that you've been keeping by your side, keeping quiet about, protecting, is this trunk here. You're now deciding to move this into a space where you feel safe to open it and look at the contents. This could simply be you ready to be inspired, ready to get working, ready to get moving, right? You're ready to open that now. You've got the key. You've been guarding what's ever been in that trunk. Okay, could be your future, psychologically. And this is you deciding, now to take action. And I'm keeping that card there, guys. I want to keep that card there because you can see the difference. You're up and running here, whereas before you were slumped, feeling a little bit negative, a bit sorry for yourself. This is a brand new you. What are you deciding to do here, my beautiful Pisces? Yeah, you're going to go for it. This is you looking out across the ocean thinking, I wasn't ready before, but I'm ready now. I'm ready now. Let's do this, right? Let's start this. Yeah, you're getting going, guys. This is you really getting going with something. Queen of Swords. Pisces, you may be doing a lot of research. You could be genning up on something brand new. But the difference is there's no more heaviness. There's no more sitting in a negative energy. There's no more dwelling on the past. You cleaned yourself off from the shackles of whatever the devil was trying to hold you in. And this is you jumping forward. You're inspired. You're feeling fresh and clean. I'm almost sensing that this might be somebody who's just simply come out of a shower. You know, they feel all fresh and they're ready to go. You know, that sort of energy. Yeah. Pisces, it's time. It's time for you to embrace your destiny, Pisces. It's time for you to be happy. I don't think, guys, you've been happy for a long time. 9 of Cups. You may be in the sunset of your life, Pisces, but This is you moving forwards into happiness. You are moving forward and embracing this new cycle, Pisces. It's way beyond time, way beyond time. Judgment. Yeah. You are hearing the call of the divine, and you are making a serious decision to turn your back on the previous cycle and to concentrate on your own happiness. Pisces, I think you have been considering everybody else's happiness for the longest time. This is your time now. This is your time now. Four of Wands. There may be a sense of celebration in the future. It could relate to your stability, or it may be, Pisces, that whatever you're planning on delving into is going to bring in a stream of revenue even. It could be that something you're planning here is going to be lucrative. And again, there's a sense that this is you on your own, Pisces. I'm not feeling as if you're collaborating with anyone. I'm not getting a sense that you are pulling people around you. This is a solo journey for you. Because it's almost as if you feel that if you can do this on your own, you've only got yourself to feel proud of, right? You've managed to achieve this independent of anybody else. And for some reason, that's very important to you. Very important. Yes, look at you. You're on your own, Pisces, but the difference is you're happy. You're reaching out to this beautiful light. You're sitting in the sun. You're also very happy to sit in your emotion, because at this point, Pisces, feeling this emotion doesn't scare you anymore. You're far more balanced, right? Wow. So my Pisces, what can I say? Your final card is the Sun. Enjoy this time. If you are sitting in a really challenging cycle, feeling all down, all stressed, looking at things a little negatively, then this is confirmation, Pisces, that you are heading into a really bright, happy, stable future. Okay? Yeah. Enjoy this time. Enjoy this time. This is your time. Okay? All right, my beautiful Pisces, I am leaving the reading there. Let me know if that resonated. Take care of you, and I will be back before you know it with your next set of readings. See you soon. Bye now.